Hi there, it's Heath from Harbor Fish again. Today we're going to demonstrate and talk about the differences between the gray sole and the flounder fillets. This is a gray sole here, and this is what we call a dab. The gray sole and the dabs are a little harder fish to cut. These are flat fish, and they're cut a little different than ground fish are. Some of the differences in flavor between the gray sole and the flounder is I find that the gray sole to be a little sweeter than the flounder is. I find that the flounder has a little more flavor than the gray sole does. A lot of people will use the gray sole for stuffing, crab meat stuffing, spinach stuffing, things of that nature. You can pan fry both of them, which comes out really good. So I'll show you how we cut these here. Go up around the head, down around the stomach. And when people first see the way these are cut, they kind of drop their jaw because it's not like any other fish. One side, flip it around, go up around the head, follow that bone all the way down to the tail, and lift up my fillet just a tiny bit to get started. I'm going to trim right down through the nape and take that whole side right off, just like that. And when it comes to trimming these, grab it like this, just like that. Do the same on the other. I missed a little piece of bone right up here in the front end. We just chop that right off, get rid of that piece of roe. And then to skin these, we are going to use the sharp side of our knife to skin these. On a lot of fish, we can turn it around and use the duller side, but on flounder and gray sole, we need to make sure we use the sharp side. So after I take that skin off, I'm left with a little wing right there that I'm going to cut off. Voila. Do the other side. On gray sole and flounder, you always have one side that's a little thicker than the other side. Take that skin off. I'm left with that little piece of wing right there. Trim that off. Now I'm going to cut the gray sole. The gray sole is probably almost twice as hard to cut as the flounder is. Because they're skinnier, is why. But it's the same exact cut from the head down around the belly, lifting up on my fillet. And start down around that nape and take that whole side right off, just like that. We're going to flip it around, cut around that head. And this is the tricky part on this side of the gray sole. This is where people struggle big time, including myself. They stay right on top of that bone all the way down. Open it up, get down around the nape, take that right off. As you can see on this one, I need to do a little bit of trimming. I didn't do a very good job on that one, but that's easy to fix. Take that skin off just so we can put on the flounder fillets. We're left with a little wing there that we'll trim off. And then again, on the other side of this gray sole, this fillet is a lot thicker than the other one was. I love the smell of gray sole when it's really fresh. It smells so good, nice and sweet. And that's how you cut a gray sole on a flounder.